Good morning. Yes, sorry. I had to do my video before I come back here. And good, we're here again. Good morning, everybody. Such a wonderful day to be alive. I just thank you all for subscribing, you all for hitting the notification button. Today, I want to bring up a very important topic in our beloved country, Sierra Leone. Today, I want to talk about the educational system. The educational system. Because we can see government is talking about free quality education. That is what it is propagating to us, the people, that they have succeeded in getting free quality education. Well, rather fortunately or rather unfortunately, I want it to be known here that education is the key. Education is the key. For any government or any entity to succeed, it has to have the right people at the right place. And with that, education is very much paramount. When we're talking about education, we are not talking about higher education. We want to start with where education starts. That is in the classroom, class 1 to class 6 or class 5. That is, it is very sad in our, good morning, Aisha. It is very sad in our beloved country where so many wonderful doctors, we have so wonderful lawyers, we have so many wonderful teachers, we have so many wonderful astronauts. Yes, we do have astronauts in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leoneans who are astronauts. We do have so many engineers who are working places in government in different parts of the world. Yes, Sierra Leoneans are there in very important positions in the world. And where did they get their education from? They get their education from secondary. And where did it start? It started from primary school. Sound. Are you hearing me? Somebody says no sound. Are you hearing me? Somebody is saying, no. If you are hearing me, please give me a thumbs up. Somebody said no sound. Are you hearing me now? Shenai, she still says no sound. Are you hearing me, my love? If you're hearing me, give me a thumbs up, sweetie. Let me know you're hearing me. Because you said no sound. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'll try to make myself clear. Thank you very much. Thank you. So like I'm saying, education is very important. When I'm telling you, it's very important. And like I'm saying, it is not when you get up there, if you do not have the foundation, which is your primary school foundation, it is not helping. It will not help. So what we are seeing in Sierra Leone is that when this government came into existence, it says that it was going to make education its primary objective. By that, what I meant, he said that there will be no child left out. That every child will be in the classroom. Every child will be accounted for. It even went further to say that food will be available for these children, uniform and all these other things. I believe those were some of the things that our president said when he was on the campaign. And then, honestly, I was very, very excited with some of these new faces in politics. Like and Shengbe, I was very excited about him. One, I looked at him like he's a young guy, even though he's not educationally inclined. Yes, and let me tell you, when we are talking about education, we have different aspects of education. You are not expecting let me use this word. I want to bring it for people to understand. Okay, you will not expect a science teacher to know about literature. I hope you people are getting me. If you take a science teacher who studied maths, physics, biology, and maths, and you tell him to go to arts class in which they're doing government, all those other subjects, he will not excel. The reason why he will not excel is because that is not his field. He will try, but he will not excel. Because while you are taking him from his comfort zone to another part in which he is not prepared, and at the same time, he will not be able to give out a better input like when he is in his field of practice. Well, that is the situation with Dr. Shengbe. Dr. Shengbe is not an educationist. He does not know the principle of education. He is only a protesting doctor. That means he studied to take care of broken foot in war. When like when you have somebody's being amputated, that is his specialty, to take care of broken feet. He went to school, he studied to take care of broken feet. So in other words, his field of learning is medical, not education. I think you people are understanding what I'm trying to say. So when you take a medical man and put him on an educational project, he will not relate because that is not his field of understanding. I hope you people are understanding what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. I hope you people are understanding. If you people are understanding, please give me a thumbs up or say hi, because I want us to communicate. I really want us to communicate. I want us to get into where I am coming from and where we are going to. So with that being said, if you take somebody who is a doctor and put him in a place where his line of expertise does not relate to the people, then you will not get proficiency out of him, because that is not his line of expertise. And that is the situation we have in Sierra Leone. Moinena is not an academician. Moinena does not know the into or the terminology when it comes to academical work. So if you put a physician as an educationist, he's just going to go by the flow. And now, according to, I think it was Dr. Sandy or one of their owner men, he came out about 2 years ago with a complaint that Moinina is hiring his own people, paying them exorbitant money as consultants. And the furthest part is, these consultants are not bringing nothing to win the people of Sierra Leone. They are not. They are only taking away from the people of Sierra Leone. It has been 4 years, 4 good years since. By the way, before I go further, to all of you, my fans, I am asking you kindly and please to please share and invite your friends. Please hit on the subscription button as well as the notification button. You can share and you can invite your friends. I want you guys to know that I have been monetized on this my YouTube channel. And that means you can donate and you can subscribe to me here. At the same time, I want you guys to know that I have been on Facebook for too long. So many of you have been following me all around. Now is the opportunity for you to really support me. By that, what I mean, you can share this podcast to your friends. You can share to your groups. You can share to messengers and Instagram. At the same time, you can encourage your friends to hit on the notification button and the subscription button. You know, I've been with you guys for quite some time. And to tell you the truth, it is very saddening to me when I look at my subscription. I do not even have 3,000 subscribers. I do not. But when I look at my videos, I have 100,000 viewers. 100,000 viewers. When I look at some of my clips, I have 50,000 viewers. But I do not have 1/3 of those people who are subscribing to me on my channel. So I'm asking you to please subscribe. Please hit the notification button because you do not know when I'll come, as usual. And for now, you will not see me on Facebook. I will not be on Facebook. So if you do not come here, you will not see me. If you do not share, people will not know I'm here. But I'm getting off Facebook and I'm trying to build up my platform here. Because, I mean, I've been here for too long and I do not have 3,000 followers. That is not fair to me. And I think that is not fair to you, my fans. Because that shows that you people do not even care about me. Because the more you care about me, if you know that what I'm saying, if you know that what I'm putting out is important, I will see your support. But I'm not seeing your subscription. I'm not seeing your notification. But I see you go to Cora. I see you go to Blessing CEO. You subscribe. You give her all the notification and everything. But when it comes to me, you do not show me that love. I don't think that is fair. So that's why I'm here. I'm not going back to Facebook. If you want to see me in Facebook, maybe you will share and somebody else, but I'm not going back to Facebook. Yeah, I think I prefer the few that love me, that will look after for me and come here, and we can make here a better place. Yeah. So let me go back to this education. And thank you once again for all of you, my wonderful friends who have subscribed, who have hit the notification button. And for those of you who have donated, send me a flower here, send me a subscription here. Thank you very much. I do appreciate. Yes, I do appreciate. Yeah, because some of you have sent me super chat here. Some of you have donated. Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let me continue with my conversation. So when this government came into existence, it said that it was here for education, which for me, I thought that was one of the most brilliant idea. And education with get your hands off our girls. I thought that was the two most important projects that if this government had succeeded in putting those two projects hand in hand, it should have been the best thing that should have ever happened to us. I'm saying to us Sierra Leoneans. That would have been the best thing that had ever happened to us Sierra Leoneans. But again, we saw that is not the case. That is, If you're hearing me, please give me a thumbs up. Please give, if you're hearing me, if you're with me, please give me a thumbs up. Please, I try to rotate my device and I don't know whether you're hearing me. I don't know whether you're seeing me. So if you're hearing me, please give me a thumbs up or just say hi. Let me know where you're watching me from, please. If you're hearing me, please give me a thumbs up or just say something. Just say hi. Please. If you're hearing me, here with me. I mean, this is a conversation. I want us to have a conversation. So if you're hearing me, please say hi. That gives me more hype so I can explain what is going on in our beloved country. Well, I mean, if I'm talking and I'm not having a feedback from you guys, it makes the conversation boring to me. And you will not have the best out of it either. So that's why I like, I mean, your hi, give me a thumbs up or something gives me more inspiration to keep on flowing. So please say something. I mean, hi, just give me a thumbs up or something. It encourages me more. Well, rather unfortunately, what happened is that I'm using my hotspot on my laptop and my iPad, and I don't know what happened. I could not get my hotspot to get connected to my laptop. So in actual fact, I'm not seeing what people are writing or what people are saying. But when I said something a minute ago, I saw somebody give me a thumbs up. So I know somebody's here. But again, let us continue. Like I said, with the get your hands off our girls and this education program, if those two things were well coordinated and with the interest of the Sierra Leone people at heart, those should have been the starting point to a revolution, an educational revolution in Sierra Leone. By that I mean, most if you go now to Sierra Leone, you look in the streets of Freetown, you will find out that we have so many underage children below the age of 10 on the streets of Freetown who are fending for themselves and their family. Not only for themselves, some of them at that tender age, they are the breadwinners because they are the ones that go on and hawk on the street. They are the ones that leave in the morning, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, with heavy loads on their head to go and look for the living for the entire family. They are the breadwinners. And then what you will observe that in the next 5 or 10 years, those breadwinners, be it male or female, they have grown so much without education, the basic education. And what we find out is that these are the people that we find in car wash. And these are the same people that our government supports. Because why? They are beginning where they were supposed, the initial stage where they were supposed to get what they desire, which is education, they were robbed out of education. In the great United States, you know what pains me most is when I see people who have traveled to the diaspora, who are living in America, who are living in London. I'm not talking for Russia, I'm talking about America and London. When you come here, they have a law. No child is left behind. No child is left behind. Even if you do not have your documents, you are forced, you are bound by law to take your child to school. Because why? They know the value of education. I'm not from London, but I believe London to have that same policy. I'm talking about America. When you have a child in America, you are when you bring it, even when you bring the child for vacation, if it is school going time, you are bound to enroll your child. Yes, you should enroll your child. It is part of the law. No child should be left behind. It is part of the law. So it starts to tell you that they value education. So when we see people who are in the diaspora, who know the value of education, are supporting fake degrees, it tells you that our country is in for a bastard disaster that is about to hit us. A bastardized disaster that is about to hit us. When as Sierra Leonean, when we sit, I am 54. When I remember about 30 years ago, 30 something years ago, our people from Sierra Leone, we used to live in a country where a country like Ghana, a country like Guinea, even a country like Liberia used to get all their basic from Sierra Leone. When I'm talking about basic, I'm talking from what we call basic is education. Their education comes from Sierra Leone. Their livelihood, the dependency of their country's survival was tied to Sierra Leone. The Gambia, the structure of the Gambian government was tied to Sierra Leone. Guinea, the government of Sekou Touré, for the government of Sekou Touré to operate in the way in which it did, it was directly tied to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone was the hub for West Africa when it comes to education. No wonder Sierra Leone was labeled the Athens of West Africa. Because when it comes to education, I'm telling you, even class 2, 3 children, we had for studying English, brighter grammar. Because we were competing among ourselves. Zimbabwe today, 10% of those within the government of Zimbabwe had their education in Sierra Leone. I know some of you don't know that. Yes, 10% of those who are in the government in Zimbabwe today had their education in Sierra Leone. To tell you that Sierra Leone was the Athens of West Africa. Education was a must. Sierra Leone was we are so bent on education that families sold their lands, sold their properties just to educate one man, just one person. To tell you how much our forefathers valued education. Our forefathers can tell you, I do not have cow to give to you. I do not have gold to give to you. I do not have property to give to you. But what I'm going to give to you is education. And there is still education in so many of us. That is why we have people like Dr. Lahai. We have people like Chernobyl who are here to stand up for education. Who are here to tell us that our mistakes, the state of our affair, is because we lack education and we fail to put the right people in the right place at the right time. I can remember during the Aneskoroma time, tenure, there was an issue in Freetown, the capital city. Even though rather fortunately or rather unfortunately, we've made to understand that Kenema is more populated than Freetown. You know, sometimes these sort of things, we think that it is politics. But who is winning? Who is winning in those sort of things? We the people are losing. And those who are winning are the selfish and greedy politicians. The selfish and greedy politicians, they are the only one who are winning, who are losing, who are winning. When they make this funny assumption or this funny census. There was an incident about 6, 7 months ago in the capital city in which a tanker exploded at Wellington area. We also how many people lost their lives in that tanker explosion. Had it not been for the grace of God, a whole area would have been wiped off, because fail not to realize around that same area they had 2 petrol stations. If that fire had intensified and those petrol stations had erupted, the damage should have been tremendous. And in a situation like that, that is where census comes in. Because if the census is telling you that that area is not that populated, when in actual fact, the reality on the ground, that area is 3 times populated, how do you think the right help will meet the people that really needs it? The right help will not meet the people that needs it. That is the reason why we are seeing so many disasters. When we talk about education, it is very important for you to put the right people in the right places. When we talk about some of these gas stations that are being built, the location, it tells you that some of these people who are giving these permits do not know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Because, when in those days, when we say there was a petrol station in St. John, when you look at the proximity of the petrol station to the houses, you know if there's an inferno, the citizen around the community will have time to escape. But when you look at the proximity of a gas station now to the proximity of the masses, you know we are heading for more disaster than we ever thought. But again, this is where education is important. Some of us, like I said, this guy, his name is Stanze. He's a blogger. He's from McKinney. I hardly listened to him. But he did a clip about 2 weeks ago or a month ago in which he was talking that he has 18 minutes, 18%. And he said he will use that is 18% to send a message. And indeed, he used that 18%. And the message he sent, to my understanding, he was telling us as Sierra Leonean that his father was an APC member of parliament. And the message he sent to us that his father sent him to Europe where he earned 2 bachelor's degrees. Because his father had all the money, had all the connection, he had all the money, he had all the connection. Some of them did not even get a high school degree. Some who their fathers sent to abroad to better their lives, they did not get a high school degree. They end up being failures. It is just phenomenal for me. Like, I'm seeing somebody like Papa Sheki, who used to be the grandfather of Papa Sheki. Papa Sheki came to America when he was his grandfather. Papa Sheki, they had all the connection in the world. They had all the opportunities in the world. But when Pasheki came to America, what was he doing? He was a member of a gang. He was running jail to jail. He was not doing nothing meaningful with his life. All what he depended on was my grandfather was a former president. And that is the same nonsense up to today that they are propagating. Past glory. Past glory. My father was. My grandfather was. And what have you done? You have done nothing more than exploit the people of Sierra Leone. And let me tell you guys, that is the reason why I have high respect for people like Lawyer Timbo. I have high respect for people like Lawyer Timbo. The respect I have for a guy like that who never came to Europe or America or whatever country to get their education. They stood in Sierra Leone. They studied hard to get an education. They did not only study hard to get an education. They are implementing a standard of learning, a standard of discipline that it is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. Whenever I hear and Lawyer Timbo talking, it makes me feel proud as a woman. It does make me feel proud. Because a guy like him, it is not about acquiring degree in London or whatever. He learned the hard way when there was no light, when there was no electricity, when there was no way for him to research. He had to go to British Council to write his paper. It is the same thing like Dr. Lahai. When he was in Sierra Leone, vowing for education, went through tough time, no electricity, no running water, sometimes even no food. Yes, no food. People were taunting them. People were laughing at them. Book mumu, bookworm. But no, they pressed on to acquire education, to acquire knowledge. And then somebody can come from out of the blues. Out of the blues. And what pains me, most of these people who are claiming to be degree holders, most of them were taxi drivers and doorbell boys in Europe and London. All of a sudden, they just come with those fake backdoor paper. They have positions of trust and they do not even know what they are doing, and they are putting the lives of our future generation at risk, all because of their selfish aim. And again, some of us who claim to be Sierra Leoneans, we are supporting those people. We are supporting these people because it's either we are color blind or we are tribalistically blind. Or some of you do not even have a vision. So in as much as you do not have a vision, you will never have a mission. Because the mission of every Sierra Leonean is to make Sierra Leone a better place. Not for you, but for your future generation. Rwanda was worse than Sierra Leone. But today, Rwanda is the hub of Africa. Why? Because the people changed their mindsets. It is about time Sierra Leoneans we change our mindsets. It is about time Sierra Leoneans we open our brain. We think above the box. We think about a way to make our country a beautiful place, a fruitful place, an enjoyable place, and a place that we will all grow together. Not for me, maybe not for you, but for your children. When there was a video going out today, I think I saw it on live this morning when I woke up. It's about some guys in Dubai, some young, vibrant Sierra Leoneans in Dubai. They were on they had a live video. I watched it this morning. And they had a picture of a guy on the front, a young guy in Sierra Leone who is taking money from Sierra Leoneans to send them to Dubai with 1 month visa. And rather fortunately or unfortunately, as I made to understand, this guy's wife is also in Dubai, and he's taking, let me say, $3,000 from Sierra Leoneans, processing a month's visa and sending them to Dubai to go find job. Now, by the time they get to Dubai, it's a month's visa. The visa has already expired. That is one problem. Number two, it's a visiting visa, like a visitor's visa. So it doesn't allow you to work in Dubai. So now we see so many of our brothers and sisters are in Dubai. They shot $3,000. They have no hope, and they are running from the law. The reason why all of these things are happening is because our people lack education. Honestly, our people lack education. I'm going to tell you guys about a lady. Go look at her. Her name is JJ Positive. She's on Facebook. She's my friend on Facebook. She was in America here. She came to America for I'm not too sure. This I'm going to lie. I'm just going to assume. She came to America for like 10 years. I'm not going to assume. I'm just saying. She came to America for 10 years. She's been in America here for 10 years. She never got no documents. She did not have a document. During that time when she came, maybe I don't know how she did, but she had an opportunity. She was working. She used to work. She used to work. She used to make money. And it's maybe by that time when she came, they used to apply for the TPA. I don't know, but anyway, she had opportunity to work. So she was working. She was living a life. Whatever happened, whatsoever did not happen, she had an issue with the immigration, or the immigration called her after a certain time, or she went and put in filing her papers for her paperwork, and it did not happen for her. It did not happen. They did not give her documents. They did not give her stay. So what happened? The government of the United States decided to give her voluntary repatriation. The government told her that now you have overstayed, and we do not think it is wise for us to give you any documents. For whatsoever reason, I do not know. But I can tell you the government decided not to give her a stay in this country. What did she do? She packed up a bag and went back to Sierra Leone. I'm talking about JJ Positive. She packed up a bag and went back to Sierra Leone. That is where she was born. That is where she came from. And if you look at JJ Positive now in Sierra Leone, her life is far, 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 far better than the time she was in America. Her life is far better than the time she was in America. And the good thing about her going back to Sierra Leone after that 10 years, she has found out that because of lack of discipline, that was why Sierra Leone was failing. So what did she do? When she went back to Sierra Leone, she established her little business. And she implemented the discipline that she had from America to her job. That means when they tell you 8 to 8 in America, it's 8 to 8. They do not tell you 8 to 8 and you go 8 to 4:30. Hell no. You will not even try it for a second time. So when she went back to Sierra Leone and implements those disciplines, first of all, she made sure she paid her staff on time. Because that is one thing. When you are signing an agreement with somebody, you pay the person on time, then the person will give you back in your own coin. Give them a better pay and they will return back to you. So you find out that when she went back, she is living a better life than her coming to America. Why is that so? Because why? When she came to America, she became educated. We are still on the process of why education is a mess in Sierra Leone. Because when you have people who do not know what they are doing, who are not in their right position, who are not in their right field, they will never produce a good result. Now, when we're talking about education, I want you guys, when education is a broad spectrum. Education is not limited to only the classroom. No. Education is not limited to only the classroom. Sorry. Let me drink some water. Yeah, sorry. Education is not only limited to the classroom. Education is limited, is vast. Even entertainment is part of education. Entertainment is part of education. So if you are saying you are a minister of education and you think it's an app or it's well, the only thing they have on this education is only the app, because that is the only thing they are propagating. But when you go and look at the future leaders of a country, all in the streets, less than 10 years, hawking on the street, when this government came and said it was making education a priority, we are really wondering, where did our education go? When you hear some of the words that come out, when even the Minister of Education, when he is talking, when he's speaking English, you're really going to ask, is that the Minister of Education that is speaking? Honestly, when the minister who claims to be a Minister of Education is even talking or speaking English, sometimes you question whether that is a real minister that is talking. Because sometimes it is really terrible what we hear. And all of that is because the people who are supposed to be in the right position are not in that positions. We have all these fake people, all these degree holders that do not even know the essence. That is the bad part. How can somebody who has not even darkened his or her shadow into from 5, does not even have a GC, be a bachelor's degree holder? How come? How come? It's so funny when I told you guys that my parent does not have a degree in Sierra Leone. Oh, some of you made the idiot. Some of you Venezuela, you came up against me. But thank God you're seeing it now. I don't say things that I don't know about. Because we do research here. I might not have the paper fact to tell you. But honestly, I have the know-how facts to tell you. Well, I have another breaking news on a weddedness story that I have to bring out tomorrow. Do you know that Pastor Bamboo has 2 wives and 2 homes? That will be the topic for tomorrow. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Pastor Mambu gets 2 wives. Pastor Mambu na history I get for scatter tomorrow. So, thanks to all of you guys who have been here with me today. I want to thank you all for being here with me and taking your time to put on the notification as well as to subscribe to my YouTube channel. As you all know, my name is Daphne Maximilian Christiana Pratt, aka Casa the Kitchen. Oh, I don't have the label on this one because I'm not in my office. I'm in the living room. But I just want you guys, some of you, my fans, who have not yet tried my new Natai pepper sauce to do so. This is my new creation. It is all made with 100% nut oil from Sierra Leone, West Africa. It is very, very spicy. I do not send it out of America yet because every batch has a different flavor because this is being done at home. It is my passion. At the same time, I do have other types of seasonings that I sell. As well as, if you can see here, it says honey from Sierra Leone. I do also have ogiri. The best ogiri you can think about. Hold on, please. Let me show you. No, I'm not going to show you. I'm going to let you come and work with me. I do have ogiri. Let me come to my. That's where I have everything tied up here. That I can just show my fans. I was in the living room, so now I'm in the office, so I can show you guys what I do have here. As you can see, oh my God, see, if you can look here, you can see that the ugi starts giving out oil. You can look, start giving out oil. Okay, this is my ogiri. It's been in a 2 pound. I'm putting it in a 2 pound bowl. It is already being properly minced. You only need to just take whatsoever you need and put it in your sauce. It is already being grounded. Easy to do. If you can see, I don't know if you can see here. If you look in the bowl, you see, that is its own oil. It has its own oil. It has produced its own oil. And obviously, this is my pepper sauce. As you can see, this is my pepper sauce. These are the ones that I do with oil. I do not do a whole lot of them this time because people prefer the ones with the coconut, the natai. As you can see, this is the one with natai. So you see the difference. And this is another type of pepper sauce that I do. You know, this one I let it stay I browned it and I let it stay for very long because all my pepper sauce, I can tell you, you can stay them on the table for as long as you want, and except when you open them. So because of that, I just try to make them as dry as possible and let it stay as long as possible. And obviously, I do have different types of seasonings, as you can see here. This is Kinder. I have these are my seasonings. I do have different type of seasonings. If you can see, this is a meat season. This is a seasoning that has been created specially for meat. I do have seasonings that are created specially for chicken. I have seasonings that are created specially for pork. I have seasonings that are created specially for fish. At the same time, I do have our local kinder, which they normally call dawa dawa. This is for dry rice. You know what I mean. If you're from West Africa, you're from Sierra Leone, you know the value of this. And in this kinder, it is filled up with a whole lot of protein and pepper and fish. A whole lot of fish. It is much more seafood and oriented kinder. It has some little bit of seasoning as well, but this is dawa seed that has been processed, and it is very nice when you want to have your dry rice. Okay, let us go now and go and watch the other stuff that has just been made available yesterday. Yes, I just did that yesterday. That Benny seed, what we call the Sierra Leone dry rice medicine. Yes, we get dry rice medicine, yeah. And I go soon turn and make in a see without dry rice medicine. Look, I have not packed this yet because I did this yesterday. So let me turn it up over to you guys. If you guys see here, this is the Benny. Yes, this is the Benny seed. It has been well patched. It's all the thing that's left. It has not been packed as packaged as yet. But if you look good within it, I have did it with some nice fish. Yes. And I did it with some nice pepper. Well seasoned. If you're a Liberian, this can go good into your pepper soup. If you're a Sierra Leonean, this can go good into your dry rice. And with that pepper that I have, oh my God, you do not want to miss with your fried fish. Hey, you don't need pepper. I swear God. You don't put this in. You don't put your fried fish in. You don't put your one okra in. You don't put your one jakato in. This if you not call you granny name. If you not call you granny name, not call me Casada Kitchen. So for in a way not put in an order it, please do so. Please just do that because you don't go know till you try. And for now, I love you all so very much. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hitting the notification button. And I am out.